YouTube, it's Book Sequel Paradise. I was going to give you guys a bookshelf tour of my mom's house because I haven't done this yet, and I feel it's kind of necessary because I am a new channel, so we're just going to do that. I'm going to start on the left. I have some CDs, Lana Del Rey's Born to Die, Florence and the Machine, Lungs, and then Coldplay's newest album. Yeah, and then just some stuff. I have a snow globe from London, this Lifesavers tin that is missing its lid, some candles, and then I don't really know what you call these, but my mom got this for me, and it's like they have these things that like come out of it and it makes the room smell good. And then I also have these candles, which aren't actually candles. They're fake. They just light up. Can't really see it because it's almost out of batteries. And then the first book I have is A Song of Ice and Fire, the series by George R. R. Martin, and this includes A Game of Thrones, A Clash of Kings, A Storm of Swords, and A Feast for Crows. And I got like halfway through the first one, and then I just kind of gave up because these books aren't really my style. I got this set as a gift, and then I just didn't really like it. But I don't know, if it's for you, that's great. It wasn't for me. I have A Message in a Bottle, A Walk to Remember, and Nights in Rodanthe by Nicholas Sparks, and I also have The Notebook, but my friend is borrowing that right now. And if you saw my other book tour, I also have the movies of these, and then I have The Giver by Lois Lowry, and I never read this, and this was a gift from my stepdad. I have Carrie by Stephen King, and then I have The Shining as well, and it has a cover that matches this one, but it's at my school in my locker. And oh, I also have Divergent in my locker, and The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and my Nook color, which I don't really use that much anyways, but whatever. And then I have It by Stephen King, and I tried to read this one, and I couldn't really get through it. As you can see, I made it like 100 pages, but there are literally like 1,075 pages in this book. Just, it's crazy. And then there's like the words are tiny. It's really weird. It's just like, I don't know why they're so small. They had like 1,000 pages of print that big. I couldn't get through it. I don't know how I got as far as I did. I think it was summer. And then, oh, and if you're wondering about my voice, I'm recovering from a cold that I had last week. So I also have Dead Until Dark, Living Dead in Dallas, Club Dead, Dead to the World, and Dead as a Doornail by Charlaine Harris. And these are the first 5 Sookie Stackhouse books. And these are the ones with the True Blood covers that I was talking about earlier. And then 1984 by George Orwell, and I hated this book. And it was a school assignment. And then I have the Beautiful Creatures collection by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I guess this is also called the Castor Chronicles. Beautiful Creatures, Beautiful Darkness, Beautiful Chaos, and Beautiful Redemption. And I am like maybe 70 pages into Beautiful Darkness, but it looks like it's not complete if that's not in there, so I keep that in there anyways. And then I have this little thing that says, Live the Life You've Imagined, and my mom got this for me. I don't really remember where she got this, but yeah, it's cute, and I just keep it right up here. Then I have the Fallen box set by Lauren Kate, and this includes Fallen, Torment, Passion, and Rapture. And I literally just freaking love the covers for these books, and they're just really gorgeous. I haven't actually read any of these, but my friend recommended them to me, and it was Christmas, and I was like, why not? And then I have Lullaby by Amanda Hocking, and this is a signed copy from Barnes & Noble. I'll see if I can find a signature. I think it's on the page before this. Ugh. Okay, it's right here. So you guys should really check out her books, because she's like really nice, and her books are really good too. And then I have Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. And this is another one that came from the half-price set that my friend got me. And I don't know. I haven't read any of these books, so I think this is like a spin-off of the Vampire Academy series, but... And then I have Awake at Dawn by C.C. Hunter. And Born at Midnight is also in my locker at school. I don't know why I have so many books in my locker, but I do. And then I have Marked by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. And I don't know why I've never read this. I think I just got it like a couple months ago, but I've heard it was really good, and I don't know. If you guys have read it, just leave a comment. I might pick it up soon. And then I have The Vampire Diaries, The Struggle and the Awakening, that's backwards, by L.J. Smith, and then also The Return, Volume 1, which is Nightfall, by L.J. Smith as well. And these, I don't know why these are here, and the other ones are at my dad's house, but I don't know how that happened. And then I have The Almost Moon by Alice Sebold, and I read The Lovely Bones. I got it from the library, and then, no, I didn't get it from the library. I own a copy. And then this one, my grandma had a copy, and I was like, oh, can I read that? And she was like, sure, and then she gave it to me, and then I never read it. And then I have The Lucky One, Dear John, True Believer, and The Wedding by Nicholas Sparks. I really like Nicholas Sparks, if you couldn't tell. And then I have 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed by E.L. James. And 50 Shades of Grey, which is the first one, is my friend's borrowing it. I lend a lot of books to my friends, if you didn't notice. And then I have Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak. And this was a school book. And I really hate school books, and I really hated that book. And then I have Possession by Alana Johnson, and I haven't read this one. And I don't know why I haven't read this one. I just have like so many books on my shelf that are just there and I haven't read them. And then I have Nightshade by Andrea Cremer, and I just have a bookmark halfway through it because one day I got home and that's where I was, and I literally just read the rest of it. I actually loved this book, and I met this author. She came to a bookstore in town, and she signed this book for me, and that was nice. And so that signed, and then I also got a bookmark for Rift, which I have at my dad's house, and that's also signed. And I don't really have the money to buy the rest of these books right now, but like next time I get the chance, I totally will, because this one was really good. And then I have House at the End of the Street by Blake Lewuka Mustow. I don't really know who's the main author of this. I know there's just one, but I know it was like based off the screenplay, which was written by somebody else. And like that page, there's no author name. There's no name on the front. It's just, it's a mess. Okay, so Lily Blake wrote the novel, but the screenplay was by David Luca, and the story was by Jonathan Mostow. And I don't know who decides to tell a story and then turn it into a screenplay and then write a book based on the screenplay based on the story. But they did it twice. They did this with Red Riding Hood as well. And I literally got both of these books because I wanted to go see the movie, but I wanted to find out what happened first. And this one is by... Gotta find that one page. Sarah Blakely Cartwright, and the screenplay is by David Leslie Johnson. And the introduction is by Catherine Hardwicke, who I think directed the movie, and she also directed Twilight. And then 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and I don't know why I have this and Nightshade right outside of these two books. I think it just makes these two worse by comparison. But this book is absolutely amazing, and I couldn't recommend it any higher. And then I have A Clash of Kings by George R. R. Martin. I don't know why my stepdad's copy of this book is in my room. I don't know why that's in here. And then I have Matched, Crossed, and Reached by Ali Condi. And I love these books too. And I have these on hardcover because I'm hipster. And I actually read this book like a month after it came out, and I've been following the series from the beginning. I didn't just pick it up once they decided they were going to make a movie. And then I have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson. And these books are, they're good. They're kind of adult, like kind of really adult. And I don't know why I enjoyed these as much as I did, and I don't know why I picked the first one up in the first place. I think there was like a little paperback copy at the airport, and I was like, oh my gosh, I like this a lot. I want to go get the hardcover. So I went to Half Price and I got the hardcover of all three, and I just read all of them like speed read, and they were really good. And that was kind of like my addiction for maybe a week. And then I moved on to Pretty Little Liars. So that's kind of my bookshelf. Yeah. Bye.